Listen here, fuckers. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast should not be taken seriously. All jokes and banter are not meant to be taken up the ass. And no, you may not speak to my manager, so get back to not doing your homework or not doing your job and enjoy the Rolling Thick podcast.
Are you ready? We gotta redo the intro and everything.
Just the intro.
Damn it.
Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Rolling Thick podcast. I'm your host. My name is Teddy.
And I'm Bunz.
There, see? Fuck
Did you
Arby's.
record it that time?
Yes, it's recording this time. Fuck Arby's.
Why do you hate Arby's?
Because I had Arby's twice in my whole life, and both of them made me want to regurgitate it back into the bag.
What'd you eat?
I don't know, but
What'd you order if it was
it's because
so
like
bad?
it's what is it? Roast beef? Why would you fast food roast beef?
Well, I just want to know what you could have eaten. Like, my thought is maybe you ate like the cheese on it. Like,
it was
I don't get
it was
the
a
cheesy
bread.
ones.
It was a bread that was nasty. It was like
See, the funny thing, my daughter doesn't eat the bread. She just eats the roast beef.
just the meat.
She takes the buns off. She doesn't do it like she'll still take the bun off and just eat the meat. But when she was younger, she would take the bun off and she'd put both buns on the table and she'd rest her elbows on them. And then she'd eat her meat.
At least she's using them.
So
she recycled the
don't-
buns. It was like
Arby's was like a treat for us and for my kids, especially, well, at least my oldest one, because she remembers her papa. He would take her to Arby's all the time.
oh yeah.
Because she would always say, I want to eat the beef that I like, the cow muscle. Like, she's
A little specific.
she's a little quirky. She's got a little bit of the tisms, but it's okay.
That's funny.
We love her and accept her, and
It's because like
she's
for fast
she says
food,
she says some of the most unhinged shit. It's hilarious.
I bet she does.
And she doesn't even know. Like, and the thing is sometimes she knows she's being funny, and like she's picked up on it, so she uses her, I guess, literalness to make jokes.
Yeah,
And it's
I know.
just like,
I know what you're saying. I remember one of my cousins. She had said in Spanish, "La perra de mi madre tuvo 5 hijos," which translates the bitch of my mother's bitch had 5 kids. Her dog. But in Spanish, it sounds like it sounds like she's calling her mom a bitch, and she had 4 kids, and she did have 4
Got
kids, and everybody started laughing, and she didn't understand why that was funny, because it was literal.
Yeah, no, so Arby's, that's like her go-to.
That's nasty.
But the crappy thing is so the youngest doesn't really like the roast beef sandwiches. She wants the mozzarella sticks. Well, now apparently she doesn't like them because they're too juicy. How a mozzarella stick is juicy, I don't know.
Because they come
But
frozen.
she's just like, I don't know. So I thought it was perfect. I had a little coupon that you get 2 fries, 2 sandwiches, and 4 mozzarella sticks and 2 drinks. I'm like, that is perfect. Elena will eat the mozzarella sticks. Elisa will eat her fries and her sandwich. Elisa doesn't like soda, so Elena got the root beer. It was the best. Like, literally,
like
I could feed them
soda?
all. I could feed everybody for $12. It was perfect. Then I get home. Elena didn't like her soda because it came in a fountain drink, and so it was too spicy. And then she didn't like her mozzarella sticks because they were too juicy.
You're raising
like-
serial killers. I'm telling you right now. What of them?
I know.
That's
And
funny.
so I don't. Elisa was happy with her food, so we're good. I won one. I just didn't win them both. On the bright side, though, I got mozzarella
You
sticks.
got the leftovers.
so-
Yep. That's what I do.
Elisa doesn't like the mozzarella sticks because she doesn't like cheese that's
They're
melted.
like, you guys
so-
want McDonald's? Like, yeah. Just get them stuff they don't like. But they're hungry, so they eat most of it.
That works. Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Next time McDonald's probably would have been better, but I had a coupon, so.
Dude, I know we talked about this yesterday before the podcast, but the guy who climbed the globe
Oh, yeah.
in Vegas, did you see what happened?
No.
He did 100 $100,000 worth of damage to the globe.
Just climbing it?
Just climbing it. Because they're panels, right? Like wiring and like exposed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was walking up that thing fucking it all up. And it reminded me of when I was a little kid. I wrote the story in my book. My friend got a camcorder from his mom, and we're like, oh, we're gonna do jackass videos. So we were like running around the apartments, you know, breaking stuff, climbing trees, going on the roof, like just doing a bunch of dumb shit. And at the end, my friend's like, oh, I have an idea. I've been waiting like to the end so we could do it. And he does something we call car hopping. He would climb a car and he'll hop from car to car. And I just like, I vividly remember him like climbing up and leaving his size 10 foot like on the glass and on the hood.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I just picture that guy climbing the globe doing the same thing, like leaving a trail of where he was.
On a little trail of expensive footprints.
Yeah. $100,000 worth of damage.
Why did he do it?
He was protesting something. Nobody cares.
Oh. Yeah. They just know he did it. Nobody cares or knows why.
Yeah. It literally didn't help his cause at all. If anything,
Clearly.
Yeah. Just
Clearly.
like, you saw how they threw paint on the Mona Lisa?
Yeah.
Like
I did.
Where's that at? France?
I don't remember where. I think it was France, and the whole thing was like that wasn't even the real Mona Lisa.
Oh, of course
and,
it's
like,
not. Of course it's not.
And like, what was the point?
We don't know. I don't know.
I know there was. Yeah, you're right. They were protesting something. I don't remember what, but like even the people around didn't care. It was just those two.
Oh, Layback says that there's a special glass or something. That would make sense, right? They put it like behind like a protective glass or something. I think it was just a replica. I think they use replicas.
I was gonna say I don't think they ever actually use the real one anymore because no one's gonna be able to get close enough to tell.
Yeah.
Why
I remember
Bansky.
Bansky. So Bansky is like this really like famous like graffiti artist.
No, he like destroys. His art gets destroyed.
Yeah, but like people take his stuff and they auction them. And he had this like picture of this girl framed, and they were selling it. And as soon as it got sold in the auction, he was in the crowd. He pressed a button and it shredded it. It's fucking great.
It's like psych.
Because it's funny because he's some old dude. He's like in his late 40s now.
Do they actually know who he is? Late 40s. Okay, dude, I'm pushing 40.
I said late 40s.
It doesn't matter. That was hurtful.
I said late 40s. You're not even in your 40s yet. You're like mid 30s. Relax.
Close. I'm like late 30s, dude.
You're like 70's not that old. I'm only like 30 years away. How dare you?
That was hurtful.
But like people,
oh my God,
people think he was like this, you know, in his 20s, early 30s, but he's up there. And so like he's just this regular white guy, so nobody like pays attention to him.
I didn't think we knew what he looked like.
No, we do. It's just not like it's not like he's really low key. So like the people that know him,
I thought people didn't know. I didn't think anybody knew. I thought he was pretty much anonymous. They just knew his art, but not who he was.
He still is. They did a good job of, you know, making it.
You're either anonymous or you're not. If I can Google him and find him, he's not anonymous anymore.
Yeah, but who can you not Google and find out?
Someone who's anonymous.
He's
we
in
don't
the
know
system.
who the Grim Reaper was, do we?
That's an entity, okay? Don't.
Sorry, Jack the Ripper, not the Grim Reaper.
Some people are just better at it.
You know, I'm just, yeah, whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Episode 6, here he is. Today we're talking about time traveling. This is one of my favorite topics because it's not really there's a lot of theories, like actual like mathematical theories, and then there's actual like there's a lot of when people take it and they start like making their own, speculations behind like what time
I
traveling
am
could be.
good at making speculations.
My favorite one is the one that they used in the Avengers, where it's like you don't go you go back into a different universe. So time always goes that way, right? So if you go
Yeah.
back and you change something, it doesn't change the universe you're at. It changes the universe that you go to. So and when you come back, it's still that way. Does that make sense?
No.
It's really like trippy.
Maybe I didn't
But
really watch the
it makes
Avengers,
some
so
more
maybe
sense to
it's
me.
not fixing in my brain, but that hurt.
It makes the most sense to me. Cause like you don't go back to your time, you go back to a universe that happens to be in that
got
time.
it.
And you're
Got it.
changing their future, not yours.
Ugh, that makes my head hurt.
And then there's the old school one where you just like go back in time, and if you step on
You
a
alter the
leaf,
future, like Back to the Future type
Yeah.
of things.
dinosaur steps on a rock, twists his ankle, stops a meteorite from hitting it, or something like that. The
Yeah.
butterfly effect.
Basically.
The butterfly effect. That's another good which ties into the whole time travel thing. But it's mathematically proven that we can go back, we can go forward, and theoretically we can go backwards. It's just there's too many
Risky.
paradox
Yeah.
effects that could occur if we go backwards. But according to
That's true.
math,
Math, our favorite subject.
according to math, and according to Einstein, he's like, it's doable. And somebody was saying like, oh, maybe there's a law of physics we don't know yet, and like probably like really like hinders us, giving us the possibility of going back. And somebody said, oh no, Einstein was saying that the universe expands, but if the universe were to go like in a circle, like we would be able to go back in time, right? Because you would just like step off and go back. I don't know. It was fucking. I was watching this video where they were taking his theories and shit, and they were like, and Einstein was like, "Good thing the universe expands."
But if they're saying it is easier or more likely we could go forward,
we can go
that-
forward because
so that means that the people that have time traveled to us have been coming forward
forward.
and
But
not
that- but-
backwards in time.
But that means
So that means they've been coming to
Listen.
us
in the past.
from the past, which, if you think about it, back to our little, like, we had advanced technology way back when and something happened and we lost
yes.
it all. So
I
that
like-
would
I
explain
like
why we
that
have
theory.
time travels in this era versus
I like that
us.
theory because somebody was saying, I watch a lot of videos, so I can't really tell you names. Somebody was saying like I think it was Joe Rogan. He was saying that we know technology only the way we know it.
Yeah.
Fossil fuel, electricity,
Yeah.
but before that there could have been another form of advanced technology that doesn't go in that
Some type
direction.
of
Yeah, it could.
energy or something. That we
Yeah,
were
some
using.
different type of energy. It could be biological, different forms of that fucking technology evolution. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy to think about because we do find a bunch of objects, that are like carbon dated to like unbelievable like amount of time has passed.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like that looks a little similar to our technology, right? The
yeah, exactly.
electronic based technology, where you're just like, seems highly suspect, like the fucking Nokia cooking phone thing that they found.
Exactly. Like, I don't see no Neanderthals making the idea of cell phone. Like, they just figured out the wheel, but they have cell phones.
That phone thing is a trip. The hieroglyphs that are on it. Like,
Yeah,
and it's funny because
exactly.
it's no longer like the actual object. It's like a rock fossil form of that object.
Oh my gosh, what if that whole like advanced species that we don't know if it existed, if ever, the reason we don't find any of their remains is because they all traveled to the future all at once
And you would
to
get
different
stuck.
time
Like
periods.
theoretically, you would get stuck, right? Because you can't go back.
Well, exactly. So what if they all were like, you know what? Okay, we've done all we need to do here. Now we're going to jump. Some people are going to go to this decade. Some are going to go to that. Like they got assigned decades
Yeah.
and they just got
Imagine,
out.
imagine the world's fucking like amazing, right? Technology, to where you can go forward in time, and you go, and it's just you feel like you went back.
I know.
That was
Think about it. If they could, because
Where's
think
all
about
the
how our world
humans?
is right now. Like, we have a ton of people, like billions, obviously. But, like, if we all see the way the world's going and how it's going to complete shit, what if, like, all the people were just like, you know what? This isn't working out so great. Everybody take a number. You pick your decade. That's where you're going. And then they jump like, 3,000-4,000 years in the future.
Oh God.
They don't have to deal with the fallout and the rebuilding of society, and they can start over again.
You know what's funny? There's a South Park episode where they're making fun of like immigrants, right? But what happens is they're coming in from the future, and the future's so fucked up that they're coming in to the past to make money, put it in a savings account so they can have money to buy food when the future comes, right? And it's such a funny like concept to like wrap your head
It
around,
is.
like, because you kind of just said it, right? Like, hey, the world's going to shit. Let's all move forward. Let's skip all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just 2024, and you're like, fuck.
Literally like a Mayflower voyage, but with time travel.
Yeah. And it's a lottery, too. You don't know what the fuck you're going to get.
Exactly. But they know how to time travel, so if it's bad, they just keep jumping forward.
Keep jumping forward.
Like, let's go for another 1,000 years, see what they do.
I would take it like in 100-year increments.
I think I'd go with 1,000.
I think 100 years is enough for like things not to change a whole lot, but to maybe
No,
improve.
I want them to change a lot. I do not want to see what this world's going to be
It's
in
just
100
like
years.
it's no longer humans. It's like fucking cephalopods just like floating around with their fucking thingies. You're like, the fuck happened?
Maybe 1,000 years is a little much. Maybe like 500, but like I wouldn't want to see what our world's going to look like in 100 years. It's not going to be good. And I don't think it'll be fixed. I don't think it'll be fixed in 200 years. So I'm like,
it might be.
No. It won't.
What if you type in a year and your machine can't go? Oh, how trippy would that be?
I guess
like
I'm staying.
there's no more time. There's no time where you're trying to go. It's only like 100 years ahead. You're like, oh, we destroyed the universe.
Pretty much. Or the sun's gonna go out. One of the two.
Oh.
One of the two.
Have you seen the movie Interstellar?
No.
Yeah, because Laidback brought it up.
I know about it.
They don't do time travel. They play with time dilation, which is the mathematical like way to time travel forward. Which basically the closer you get to the speed of light, the slower time goes. So in Interstellar, he was like in the speed. He was traveling the speed of time, the speed of light, and when he came back, everything was like ahead 100 years or some random shit. That's fucking crazy. They did the math. I think it's like if you're like 90% like the speed of light, time goes at 4% or some shit like that. And if you just spend 4 years in that time dilation, like 130 years pass by on Earth, like Earth time. Which is fucking insane.
That's a lot of math.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of math. But
What do you feel like about the like Simpsons episodes?
the predictions,
Yeah.
they think
Like
they
what?
think that fool's like from the future, and he's just like throwing in stuff. I mean, but like for me, it's hard to see it as a out of the blue prediction, right? Because it's not. Because COVID-19 was predicted in the early in the
Yeah.
early 90s, in the early 80s.
Yeah.
They predicted it. Our presidents and our scientists in that time said, "Hey, around this time, this particular virus is gonna get out of hand. We're not gonna have a cure, and we're gonna be fucked." They said that. We knew that, but time goes by, we forget, we put it behind us, and we don't care about it, and then, oh my god, we have all these predictions of COVID-19, and it's like they've been telling us it's not it's not something hard to predict when you have all the evidence in front of you, right? So I think that's what's happening, like with the Simpsons episodes. And you can
See,
kind of
I was wondering if that's like I was wondering if you were on the like it's a time traveler prediction or if it's us manifesting and the universe is making it come true.
yeah.
Like
But like I
is
was saying in
somebody
the
like
last episode,
hardcore
yeah.
manifesting through the Simpsons so that these things actually
And
become
it's like
fact.
people say like, oh, they tell us the truth through media, but it's like the media is just regurgitating like the shit that's popular, right? So if
Yeah.
it's popular to think that a TV show is predicting or giving out all these predictions, then the media's gonna take it and run with it, like, oh, the truth, and it's just like they're just
Yeah.
catering to what you're into, and it's like blow your mind, right? Like, oh my god, they're telling us the truth. The aliens are gonna, or like if they make a movie about a fake alien invasion, everybody's gonna be like, oh, see, the government's telling us they're making this fake fucking alien invasion. And it's just like, no, it's because that's the most popular thing right now. Why not capitalize on it? Everyone's gonna go fucking watch it.
That's true.
So
Everybody believes a lot of what they see online. It's kind of scary.
yeah, but
Kind
I
of
mean,
scary.
there is some things that are kind of like weird, like the
Mhm.
accuracy, to,
Yeah.
to what they're showing us and stuff, which I think is a little like crazy.
Mhm.
Like, God,
Mhm.
what have you? There was a guy on TikTok last year, like towards the end of last year,
Okay.
claiming to be a time traveler.
Oh yeah.
Were you listening to some of his predictions? I feel like
No, I
every
didn't. I
year
did.
there's a.
I didn't want to panic.
I
And
have
again, I
some
feel
of
like
those
it. I
predictions
feel like
too.
it kind of. Again, I feel like it kind of correlates with the whole like, if I watch it and then I believe it enough, it will end up
Oh
happening.
yeah, it would just freak you
And
out when it does happen. That's what it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a believer in like manifestation and trying to like envision like vision boards. Like I don't do them, but I
It
believe they do
occurs.
work if you're motivated enough to do them.
Yeah.
But so I try to be careful about what I watch and think and believe will happen because I don't want it to just come
Yeah, because
true.
then it's your fault. For thinking
Well,
of-
I mean, I'm not talking about like big global
No.
catastrophes. Like, yes, I'm sorry. That global disaster was my fault.
It was Bunz. Get her.
I summoned a hurricane. I didn't mean to. Like, no, but I do feel like to some extent, if you watch those things and you feel like these negative things will happen, then you're going to bring negative into your life. So I try not to, and I don't believe people. I don't believe shit. I don't believe anything on the internet. Nothing. Because
Okay.
everything I've tried has so far been a lie.
Okay.
So-
So I know you're trying to stay away from it, but here they are. The worst year in history.
Cover your ears.
It's the worst year in history for natural disasters. Through the social media, especially TikTok, and its intriguing character asserts that he's a time traveler from the year 2671. And he's trying to warn us of 2024, which is the worst year in history in terms of natural disaster. Which is like I said, he was talking about this last year. Watch out for 2024. And what happened the very first day, 2024?
But why didn't he tell us about the tsunami?
He did. He was
The
talking
tsunami that like wiped out the whole like island, like I don't know, probably 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't know. He wasn't here yet.
He could have been. That was a pretty big ass disaster.
He was still traveling in time. Okay, it takes time to time travel.
He was still in the wormhole.
He was still being broken down.
Why are the disasters this year any worse than all? Like you and I both have been around for quite a few decades at this point.
Agreed.
Why is this year the one that he's like, nah, 2024, I gotta warn them.
It's because
what about all the other shit? What about
like Katrina and stuff like that?
And Katrina, the tsunami of I don't know what name it was, but it was really bad.
I'm not good with names.
Like, what is so bad in 2024 that it can't compete with those natural disasters? Well, 9/11 wasn't a natural disaster, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why this year?
I think it's the clusterfuck of them. I don't think it's like the severity. I think it's like, I remember last year it rained a lot here in California, in Southern California.
Yeah.
And literally the day it stopped raining, it was super windy and it knocked down hundreds of trees. Oh
yeah.
And it's just like, the wind wasn't that bad, but the conditions before the wind made the winds
created
crazy, right? So I think that's what's happening, right? So if we were talking about this a couple episodes ago, if these natural disasters happen like sequentially, something catastrophic is going to happen, even though if you take the disasters individually, they're not as bad, right? So if like Japan, they had an earthquake, right? It was like a 7.6, which is kind of crazy, but still not it's still manageable.
That's a pretty bad one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's still not like they didn't lose hundreds of thousands of people, right? It was manageable.
Yeah.
But say that happened, right? And now it's raining a lot, so the earth softened up. It's raining. Now they're gonna get hit with the mudslide. Like, it just adds on to the thing versus just like
back-to-back chaos versus just chaos.
So I think those are the predictions, right? We're gonna have an earthquake. The weather's really cold right now, so a lot of places are they're snowing where it doesn't. So a lot of those places, their streets and their buildings aren't, ready for those type of disasters. So when they do present and they do come through, it's like just like San Diego, they're not tornado ready. Like, and we had a tornado just a couple weeks ago, like, which is insane. Like, and it wasn't even a big tornado. It didn't even touch the ground, but it was still like scared the fuck out of everybody. Right? Like,
no kidding.
And it rained a lot the day before, so people were still recovering from the flood and all that shit. And the tornado was just like, we're not done.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
You guys having a party? We had a wind party. We had a flood party. We had a mudslide party, and now tornadoes showing up.
Yep. No time to be depressed. Trying to stay alive.
I brought snacks.
But this is one of the predictions that's, I feel like it's the easiest one to gather information and predict, because weather, even though it's crazy weather, it's still predictable. You could still see it from miles away, like, oh, this area is gonna get a lot of rain because of the wind and precipitation and all that shit, right? However the news guys do it.
Yes, the meteorologists.
The meteorologists, yeah.
They have their ways.
That's like the most easiest one to predict.
Mm-hmm.
Along with disease too. I think like disease is another one you can kind of see coming. Like,
yeah, I feel like all these like predictions, which I know you're like working through them, but it's just we have one every year. There's natural disasters every year. There's some type of new plague or something that's come about every year. It's just none of this is new. It's just which one's it gonna be? I feel like somebody's just up there like rolling a D20 or something. Like, what's it gonna be this month? You know?
So for me, the crazy predictions is like, on this date in particular, right? So this guy's saying that on February 17th, 2024, Houston will
we're getting specific now.
Houston will suffer.
I accept that.
It will suffer its first F6 tornado in history. Which I don't know. I don't know what the scale is for tornadoes, but I'm assuming it's bad.
Okay, so this Saturday, Houston, you have a problem.
That's all right though, because Texas emancipated, so they're not even part of the U.S.
Oh my god. Okay, so we have a tornado hitting Texas on Saturday, supposedly. Yes. I like that they gave specific dates. That's helpful.
I know, you just put them on your calendar.
I have family in Houston.
Should I call off?
And be like, hey, you guys should go on vacation that weekend. Maybe leave tomorrow.
This shit is. According to the predictor, the tornado will be over 12 miles wide and could potentially destroy almost an entire city, claiming the lives of over 50,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
The balls on this man.
I don't. Wonder if it's wrong or right. I don't know. Now I got something to look forward to on Saturday, I guess, which sounds really messed up, but
I got something to look forward to.
After like Y2K and then the whole like world ending in 2012 because of the Mayan calendar, like anytime there's a prediction of something happening and there's a specific date, I'm in. And then they realized the Mayan calendar was off, so they like mathematically adjusted it to be a different time. And so then I was waiting for the world to end then.
Oh no, they fucked up the math.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Give me a date. I will sit and wait for disasters as long as it's not in my area. Because I don't take no chances.
Stay Houston, damn it.
Don't travel.
One of the
any other specific dates things that he's got on there?
On the same month, February 2024, Hungary was supposedly vanished, transforming into a forest overnight. That is
Hungary's going to turn into a forest.
Yes. Hungary.
So you got 12, 13 more days left? 14, 15?
Dude, that's basically impossible.
Well, I'm just saying, if it is a leap year. Who knows? So I'm expecting Hungary to be a forest by. I expect Hungary to be a forest by March 1st. Okay, next.
Oh my god!
I'm just making my 2024 bingo card right now. Don't mind me.
So that's fucking funny. A month later, on March 20th, the time traveler forecasts possible of a 1 mile high sandstorm in the Middle East and mid-east of the United States, not Middle East. Sorry. Do we have sandstorms in the United States? Oh, I mean, besides like the deserty areas.
Well, I was thinking like Death Valley and like Arizona, the deserty parts of Arizona. New Mexico, but the east.
He said it's gonna be.
Oh, sorry, like Oklahoma and stuff. The Dust Bowl, it's called the Dust Bowl.
Oh, like Tornado Valley, but.
Yeah, basically.
He said it's gonna be over 2 months of dust.
Huh. Okay. Not going south. Cool.
East.
South or east.
So far you're staying home.
Pennsylvania's having a dust storm. So I'm figuring it's south a little bit, like mid-east. So south from where I'm at and east-ish. That's my guesstimation. Location. Interesting.
It says warning from the others. In March, he warns that during the meteor shower, One meteor will bring a message from the others. Aliens seeking to invade and destroy Earth.
Oh, did he give a date for that?
No, just in March.
Oh. So their little visit the other month was just test run.
So
he said
he didn't say a visit, a warning. It's like a message.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. We know they're here. The whole universe is aware of it all because it was all over the news. So we all know. So now when the message shows up, depending on if it's a vast, like a message for all of us to know, more people will believe it or not.
I just hope
invasion in March. I'm ready.
If they're gonna warn us, warn everybody. Don't do the stupid religion thing and just tell one dude. We gotta follow that one dude.
They just tell one dude. I ain't following.
We're gonna kill him. If you tell the one dude, he's dying. I'm just.
Well, then you're just fulfilling the prophecy.
Give a fuck. Tell everybody, damn it.
Oh my goodness. Cool. So we have tornado, deathly tornado, dust storm, and then forest randomly showing up, and
the forest.
aliens.
That's crazy. I want to see that.
I know. I'm curious how that's gonna happen.
Come on, forest. The drama doesn't end there. On the 2nd of April, because if he predicted it on the 1st, we wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
A 9.8 magnitude earthquake named Big John
Oh, shit.
on the San Andreas Fault, lasting 45 minutes, which is unheard
Teddy,
of.
you gotta move. You gotta move.
Nah, I'm at the cusp of it. We'll be fine. It's gonna like
A 9 point. What does huge?
9.8. And they're gonna call it Big John.
They named him Big John. Of all the names, they picked Big John.
That's funny. 45 minutes is insane.
Yeah, laid back's not wrong. It probably will be in the ocean. However, that's not where the fault line runs, I don't think.
The fault line runs right through the middle of California.
Right through. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nope, Teddy's screwed. It was nice knowing you, man.
I heard there used to be a river.
Oh, you know what? We'll have all our podcast episodes done at least, so we got that going for us.
9.8. That's how the one messed up Japan. Dude.
Yeah, 9.8.
No, but the difference between us and Japan is our buildings are earthquake ready.
So are Japan's, aren't they?
Not the older ones.
Well, it's not so much going to be the earthquake. It's going to be all the aftershocks after it, too.
45 minutes is insane.
I know. Can you imagine the aftershocks after?
What's the longest earthquake last? Like 2 minutes, maybe?
I don't know. I haven't been in a whole lot. I've only been in like 2 or 3.
Nah, I gotta Google this. Hey, Google.
It's already on Wiki. Oh, wait. No. Laid back type something else.
That's the Japan earthquake.
Yeah.
It was 9.
No, I was reading it. It was catching up. My brain was catching up to my eyeballs. I'm doing my best here. Oh. I don't know, Teddy. I feel like you need to take a vacation in March.
The event lasted 32 years.
What?
Alright. It's so called the world's longest known earthquake. In Samatura? Where the fuck is that? It's an earthquake, but it's a low slip event, and it lasted 32 years. It was an 8.5 magnitude earthquake in 1861. 10 minutes.
Yeah, 45-minute earthquake's gonna rock you to sleep.
10 minutes? Dude, 30 seconds in an earthquake seems like fucking forever.
Yeah.
You're just like, damn, it's still going. Oh, shit.
Exactly. I know. I've only been, the 2 I remember, one was in the middle of the night when I was up in Alaska. And it woke up and like the whole bed was shaking. And I'm like, oh, this is weird.
In Alaska?
And then and then the second one was in California. And I thought it was just a semi-truck driving by.
Yeah, the ones in California are scary.
Until the building started shaking. And then I'm like, oh.
It's scary when you're not used to it.
I didn't know it was happening. I'm so damn oblivious to life. I was just like, this is weird.
The last earthquake California had, I was in here like building a dollhouse.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to screw in, and it started shaking. I was like, hold up. I told the earthquake to hold up.
Like, no, not right now. I'm busy.
Oh shit.
God damn it. Give me like 5 minutes.
Hold up. And then like I went into the living room and my mom was just under her blanket. She's like, earthquake? I was like, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that will be interesting.
Chile.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Earthquake, tsunamis, and other devastations. Leave several cities, including San Francisco and Los Angeles, in ruins. Generate a massive tsunami 750 feet. That's ridiculous.
That is insane.
That is if you would have said like 60 feet, maybe. 750, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
750. A 75-foot story building. 75-story building.
Well, a story's 4 feet, so.
A story is 4 feet.
That's not.
I'm ending the podcast. This is ridiculous.
I mean.
You crawl everywhere in your house? What are you saying?
No. Oh my god. That's not what I meant. I was trying to math too many things in my brain at once.
You said it like you stupid ass. The floor is 4 feet, dumbass.
Confidence
Facts.
is key. If you say it confidently enough, everyone will believe you.
It's 10 feet, by the way.
I am aware.
Then that's math's correct then.
Anyways. Just gonna hide my head in
You see
shame.
those commercials?
It's late and I'm tired, okay?
Want to get away?
Oh my god. Anyway, that'll be a really big wave.
Yes. And water's the strongest force on the planet, so it's gonna rubber.
Oh my god, the megalodons are gonna come out with that wave.
Be on the top. Wee!
It's gonna unearth it, or unwater. It's gonna find Atlantis.
It's gonna unwater it. It's gonna surface it, maybe.
Yes, there we go. Yes, thank you.
I like how we're just making fun of these predictions.
If they all come true, this podcast is gonna really not age well.
Ooh, on April 15th, Elon Musk's company SpaceX is also gonna find how to travel the speed of light. Dude, I have
an exciting year coming up.
I have a feeling Elon Musk knows some shit and he's trying to leave the planet.
No shit. He's a lizard.
Nah, that was cool. He's not a lizard.
Nah, he's a lizard.
Only because when he's done with Twitter,
he is a
I'm a fan.
1,000% lizard. 1,000%.
No, because what he's done with Twitter, I'm a fan.
He goes home and he takes off his human suit and he like basks on his rock. He is a lizard.
Superman pose in front of his fucking collection of skins.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Nah, he is definitely
the speed of light would change technology like as rapid as it did the first time. Like it's gonna it's gonna
he already knows how to do it. He's just acting like he doesn't so that it doesn't seem suspicious. He's lizard. Heck, he's probably running the invasion that's gonna happen.
Alright, watch this. In June, he predicts the birth of the first baby with new organs.
What?
such as a tail, longer ears, marking the next step of human evolution in the summer of 2024. That's because in order for something to evolve, it needs to
When's
procreate.
Chris's baby due?
Somebody call him back. I feel like in this era, it has to be someone important for us to even
Oh, it have to be.
care.
Oh wow, you just told Chris he's not important. That was nice.
No. He's not here.
He'll never know.
And then that's not how evolution works. Evolution doesn't work from one step to the next one.
It kind
There's
of
like
does.
micro steps in the middle.
There is, but like when you think about it, right? Even with, I mean, is it evolution or not? I don't know. Maybe there's a backwards term, but like our wisdom teeth, people are being born without them now. Some people have them, some people don't. Like we're evolving to not have them because we don't need them.
Yeah. You see how long that takes?
I know. What I'm saying is like, but it happened. There's got to be one person that starts off being the one. The one that didn't evolve with that thing. So there's got to be there's got to be person 0 that evolves with the first, I don't know, triple lung or extra organ that we didn't know we needed and needs to exist, probably gills or something. I don't know. Somebody's got to be the first one. For all we know, we've been slowly working towards that as a species, but we didn't know that these little changes were happening.
Isn't that backwards?
Now the big change. Huh?
I feel like tails is backwards. Backwards evolution.
Yeah.
Right?
No, tails help with balance and stuff, and I'm pretty clumsy, so I would probably benefit from a tail. But
I'm not saying I don't want the tail. I'm just saying.
feels like a step backwards.
It feels like a step backwards, right? We got
Not
rid
if
of
we're
it.
supposed to be lizards.
Because if we were monkeys and we got rid of it to be humans.
But did chimps ever have tails?
Did they? They don't, huh?
I mean, I haven't looked at a whole lot of chimp butts to know, but
Is that why Curious George doesn't have a tail? Because he's a chimp?
Who?
No, he's a monkey. Curious George.
Oh, no, he's a monkey.
But he doesn't have a tail.
But he does.
He doesn't.
Well, he used to.
What does that mean?
Don't even. Don't even.
Before the stupid,
I'm just saying.
the stupid particle accelerator.
But we've already had people born with tails, though. So I don't feel like it would be a tail. Because we already have like our little like.
I feel like the first noticeable ones would be like the skin color. Gonna come out like gray or green or some like awkward shade of purple.
I feel like it would be
because look,
something.
Because look, if we're polluting the earth like they say we are,
yes,
yeah, I feel like it would go in that. It would go in that direction.
It would go in the direction of like our skin is our biggest organ, and so it would make. Sorry, I'm gonna choke and die here. It would make sense.
The government,
because not only that, but with like global warming and everything happening, and so the sun and the radiation and all that stuff that we're getting, it would make sense that our skin would develop something to be more resistant.
Yeah, exactly.
Susceptible to the sun's
and that's what I'm saying.
UVA. Yeah, that makes sense. But how would we know? The baby's not going to come out and be like, yeah, this one's got extra special skin.
I feel like
this one unlocked a new skin.
I feel like
something come out with like an achievement unlocked, you know?
With a fucking manual.
Limited edition skin set.
Hey, this thing right here says that it's for protection.
Hey, this one's got different stats. Like it doesn't
all I know is if there's enough babies coming out like that, they're gonna dissect one of them. That's all I know.
Well, if there's enough babies coming out like that, the unfortunate reality is some of those babies aren't gonna make it because not every baby survives. As sad as that is. So I don't feel like they would
got too real.
Take one away. But I do feel like I know. But I do feel like some parents would be like, yeah, you can, study my kid, and they would take skin samples and stuff. But I would hope they'd be doing it ethically.
No, the government doesn't care. The government, you know how many release
I know. I'm
documents of like.
trying to think positive.
Okay.
I don't want the babies to be hurt.
Whether for better or for worse, he predicts that have an expiration date that will be easily verifiable. And if you're worried, just check 2023 predictions, and they weren't exactly on the nose. What? Oh, predictions have an expiration date. Well, that's what makes it That's what makes it a prediction, though, right?
I would think so.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Out of all of those.
So he's basically saying like all these things could happen. Like he's predicting they'll happen, or he knows they're going to happen, but something could change and make it so it doesn't happen.
Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of a prediction?
Well,
I mean,
I know.
I mean, predictions aren't solidified either, so it's still like a coin toss, right? Like this could happen. Yeah, it could.
Yeah, but assuming this is a time traveler that has traveled to the past, which means in theory we could still change the future based on what information he gives us.
So why is he bringing his problems with no solutions? Go suck a huge dick.
I know, right? By the way, Hungary's going to turn into a forest, but I'm not going to tell you how.
There's nothing you can do about it. You should have stayed over there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought that was funny.
It is funny. It is interesting. Any other predictions?
No, those are it for now. I don't think we're from the sound of it. It doesn't look like we're gonna make it past summer.
I know. It's like March is pretty much the end of all.
No, there was a June prediction. If the earthquake happens in the summer, I'm gonna be pissed. But that's usually when they happen.
Yeah.
No power during the summer. Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Pass.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. Did you hear about when you were talking about predictions? I was expecting there to be like some plague or something on there.
Ooh, why?
And I was kind of hoping there was. Well, cause I mean, they keep talking about this whole like other COVID going around or whatever, but they're always going to be talking about that. But there was
the way you waved it, added to like other COVID, whatever.
It's kind of whatever. But I saw a thing about Alaska pox. Somebody actually died from it. Alaska pox, yeah.
Is that a thing that was already like a thing?
So it is. It's kind of like it's like smallpox.
Okay.
But so far, it goes from animal to human, but so far it doesn't go from human to human. But I'm pretty sure we've been here before.
Yes, it sounds like it sounds like something we've already cured.
So yeah, I was just curious if like that was because if you said that there's going to be another like outbreak plague, I'm like, well, maybe it's a last box now.
All I know is it doesn't sound like good times.
Old and everything, I think, but still, and there's only been like 7 cases since 2015, so it's not this huge, and nobody needs to panic.
Oh God.
And so far it's only been in Fairbanks. Like it's literally stayed in that city. But yeah, it's just wait, this was the first one outside of Fairbanks. My bad. So I don't know.
Have you seen any of the objects that have been found that like don't make sense where they're at? Like I know we talked about the last couple episodes ago about that fucking thing that's
the thingamajig.
Yeah. The celestial what's it called?
I don't know. You got it good enough. I sure know. I have faith in them.
It maps the fucking space, the stars.
Yes.
Like that one's like bizarre because it's made out of metal and like in that era there wasn't like people making stuff out
A
of
whole lot
metal.
of metal stuff happening.
Yeah, we were still like
Well,
stones and
yeah, and then
sticks.
there's like that, like the Nokia cell phone with the hieroglyphics on it.
Oh yeah, that was a trip. How would you even Google
That one,
that?
huh?
How would you even
I
Google
don't know.
that?
I'm gonna Google it right now. Googly googly.
Oh, so have you seen the stone hammer? That's a tool older than history. Like it's called the London hammer, and it's this well, it's a hammer, but it's carbon dated. They carbon dated it, and it's 400 million years old.
Really?
It is so old. It's embedded in a rock.
Huh.
Yeah, explain that. So I was watching this guy. Oh man, I should have watched. I should have wrote down what he was saying. But he was saying that when the Earth was infant, like it's still like 400 million years ago, it was still like in an infant state. Before the moon. The creation of the moon was a collision of two worlds, right? And he's saying that the world that collided with this one had life on it. So
Huh.
yeah, and that and some of those, the remnants of that world could have like fossilized on this world. And that's why we're getting stuff
okay.
like these hammerheads and these
That makes
random
sense.
tools, because that would make a lot of sense, right? But there's no
Yeah.
way for us to be able to know if an event like that happened, because it
That's
would
true.
it would shape the whole world differently, right? Because it wouldn't just like, because the way the moon was formed supposedly is something hit the Earth, bounced it off its axis, and it turned it all into molten lava, and there was like a ring around the world, and then it formed into the moon. I don't know, it's a trip. I've seen a lot of
It's a
videos,
trip.
okay?
Watched a lot of things.
But 400 million years old is insane.
That is. Oh my god, hey, wake up. I cannot wait to see what happens this year and what predictions are right and wrong. So excited.
Did you write them down?
No, I legit should make a bingo card, not gonna lie. I kind of want to. It's like, why wouldn't I,
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to see what the year has in store?
So I
Could be
remember
fun.
in the pyramids. I think it was in the pyramids. And this one's talk about in Baghdad. They found this vase.
Yeah.
Right? And inside of this vase there was they found inside of the vase they found a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. And that's essentially a battery. That's what batteries are made out of. And they found like several of these vases like spread out in ancient ruins. And there was like there's always depictions on the walls, right, of what the buildings are used for. And that's how we can tell what building was used for what, because of the paintings on the wall. And there's this painting of these vases, and they're all connected by these little lines, squiggly lines.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the top, like there was a tower, and at the top of the tower, it shows something like they had light. Like they had lights. And it's funny because the painting, it looks like they're watching I remember like in elementary they had like those projectors, like the old school projectors where you turn it on and it's just a mirror pointing light.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. They're watching a presentation with these fucking batteries, which is crazy because it would make these batteries over 2,000 years old. Explain that.
How'd they figure that out?
Imagine just like fucking with metals and then like a spark.
You're sitting there going la 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 la. It's like Sid the Sloth making fire. Like,
yeah.
like I'm a genius.
I'm a genius. You gotta call me Lord of the Flame.
Oh my god.
Love that movie.
It's a good movie. I need to get my Disney Plus back so my kids can watch it again. Huh. I don't know. That'd be weird time traveling.
Would you want to pick a movie that does time traveling, and would and like
Teddy, you know I don't watch movies.
Well, if you ever watch,
I know of like one time traveling movie, and that's Back to the Future. So
see that, but that's what I'm saying. You would have to like get the car and do that.
Yeah.
There's a movie I watched.
Oh, well, I watched Star Trek a lot. There's a fair amount of time traveling in that.
You talk to yourself in the future.
I would.
Future Bunz, what should I do? And they never give you a straight answer. They give you a fucking riddle. In my travels, you fucker.
If I could time travel,
they would be
future,
a great sacrifice.
Well, see, I would have wanted like my younger self to time travel to my current self. However,
your younger
self clearly not going to happen. I would want my younger to my current self. Like I would have wanted 16, 19-year-old me to travel to 38-year-old me, and go, hey, don't do this.
What?
Like when you like your younger self. Okay, where you're in your 30s now. If you could talk to your younger, like high school self or
but you're saying
college
saying your 13-year-old self would time travel to your current
current me. Yes. So if it could travel to me, or I guess I go back in time, whichever way it's going.
No, because,
I don't know.
No,
you said we can't travel backwards.
No.
You said we couldn't go backwards. Oh, so I guess the current self travels here. That'd be bad. You know,
because
it is almost 11 o'clock at night. I am too old to be up this late. My brain doesn't work right.
Hold on. Back up.
No, just start over. Start over.
Your younger self gets a hold of a time machine. Fast forward, just to tell you that you're fucking up.
I would want to tell my younger self that I want my older me to talk to younger me. That's it. That's all I was trying to get across.
Fix it.
I want current me to talk to younger me, so current me can be in a better
Yes, we all want that
situation.
But
exactly.
But
you asked if I.
No, because the way you said it,
how I said it. That's not what I meant. You knew what I meant, and you're just being me.
Okay, they say you can fix yourself, right? Then you wouldn't be yourself. You'd be somebody else.
I'm okay with that.
Really?
Oh, you mean not have an ass load of anxiety and trauma? The horror. Like, come on.
I don't know. I couldn't picture myself being anybody else. That's why.
I mean, yeah, obviously, if I made different decisions, I wouldn't have the kids I have. But that's okay. Younger me doesn't know those kids exist. It's fine. Like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes having a do-over wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
That's true.
Yeah, does it change you? But yes, I feel like a lot of people, because we make so many mistakes when we're younger, we do set ourselves up to have all these extra trauma and bullshit to work through.
Definitely.
That actually holds us back from pursuing a life of happiness because we're constantly trying to repair what we broke. So if I could prevent myself from breaking myself as much as I broke myself,
I think
yes.
I think what's gonna happen is if one of us goes back to our younger self, we're just gonna traumatize that younger self.
No, my younger self would be like, okay, cool. I'm still not gonna listen.
You're gonna give
Shit's
yourself
happen
more
anyway.
anxiety that way, because now you're
Maybe.
gonna like triple the amount of awareness to what you're doing, and it's gonna ruin everything.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Like as soon as you go back, you're just gonna turn into a fucking psychopath in an insane asylum. Just what
I'm okay
happened?
with that. Padded room. It's comfy.
Okay,
Get to
so-
nap all day. Get to wear a straight jacket. Sign me up.
The time travel thing, for me, I remember I've there's this story that I've been wanting to write. It's a short story, and it's about time travel. But the way
Yeah.
I time travel in the story is subconsciously, right?
Interesting.
Because I take the idea of we're in a simulation, right? This is all a simulation, right? And we figured out that it's a simulation. And because it's a simulation, we could put ourselves anywhere in that data, right? Of the simulation. And the way I do it in the story that I want to write is I subconsciously move, my consciousness into those areas of data in the simulation, effectively allowing me to travel back in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is what do you think of that concept?
It's an interesting theory.
The Matrix on me, right? Because all you would have to do is like think hard enough, and you would put yourself.
But isn't that basically like hypnosis?
Yeah, but hypnosis, you're still here, but because
okay.
it's a simulation, you would
Oh,
you
got
would
it.
render yourself into there via
Got
the
it.
simulation, right?
So you're just manifesting yourself somewhere else.
Yeah, basically. Have you seen the movie Click? You know when you fucking like fast forward,
Oh yes,
something
yes,
like that, like subconsciously,
Huh.
and
Got
then
it.
and then
And then you're just there.
yeah, and then your subconscious will take over the consciousness, rendering you
So you would almost
in
just
that
like
time.
you would just wake up in
Yeah.
your bed in that time period.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting theory.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that make a great story?
That would, especially if you could just like go back and forth.
Yeah.
If you could like, cause so like be like, you know what? I would like to go back to when my kids were babies and do it all over again.
I don't know.
I'm
Diapers are getting annoying.
I know, but like my 12-year-old, I just wish she was a little baby again. I just want to pick her up and smoosh her little face. And I can't do that. Like she gave me a hug the other day. Like I reached my arms out and asked her. Like she doesn't give hugs goodnight. She's hardly ever done that since she was even like 5 or 6. She's just gone to bed, and that's okay. That's her choice. But like the other night, I reached my arms out just to see what would happen, and she actually came and gave me a hug, and not like a fake hug. Like she like leaned in and hugged, and I was just like, and I'm like, don't freak out, don't say anything, be cool, you know, good night, I love you. And then after she left, I'm like,
It's funny because my daughter, she's like she gives me hugs and she tells me she loves me and everything. She gives me kisses, and my son's a fucking boulder. The other day I was like, come here. He's like, what? I'm like, come here, give me a hug. And he's like, and I was hugging him. I was like, I love you. He's like, yeah. I was like, you're fucking 4, dude. What do you mean, yeah?
so that would be fun. I would love to be able to travel back. Like I don't want to like redo all of it, but if I could just like have the baby for a day.
That's true. I see what
It'd
you're
be
saying.
nice.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, if you're lucky enough to live to like 60, 70, you could go back to when you're kids and you didn't hurt and as much. Like, oh, I thought I was sore in my 30s. I was wrong. It's so much worse. Ah. But yeah,
Oh.
that would be nice. That would be something. I was
Have you seen
thinking.
Click? Click's a good movie.
Yeah, I that is one movie I have seen actually.
Because that one's kind of like time travel forward.
Yeah.
He like skips his
Mhm.
whole life.
It's sad though because he does. He ends up skipping his whole life
Yeah.
as a result of just trying. It does. I mean, obviously the theme of the movie, I guess, is enjoy your life, even the hard parts. Because if you fast forward through all of it, you literally miss everything.
Yep.
But on that note of your like I was thinking about while you were talking about your time travel idea. I know we were going to do an episode at some point of hypnosis,
Ooh.
and mind control, and I was thinking, like I've talked to you about this before. I asked if you've ever been hypnotized,
Mhm.
and I think it would be really interesting if I send you a couple videos, and you see, like I've done these videos, a couple of them. I've only done one. Sorry, I've only done one, and it was weird, but it was cool. And I have other ones saved, but you have to be like in the right mindset to do it.
Yeah.
And I want to see if you can hypnotize yourself.
Ooh. I'm down.
And then when we do the podcast, we can talk to you about it.
Oh. You're gonna unlock some stuff that I probably put away.
No, it doesn't. No, the one I did was like to help with anxiety, because I'm a anxious ball of nerves.
I'm the best.
Just, life. But no, I just thought I thought leading up into that episode, if you could see, if you could get your own experience of it. Because you have to believe it to work.
Yeah.
But so it worked for me, but that's because I believe in it. So I'm curious it's freaky.
Is it hypnosis or is it meditation?
Oh no, it's definitely hypnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
I'm down to do shrooms. Fuck it.
The person tells you things to try to do, and if you try, you can't.
Whoa.
And then like when I was like, anyway, I'll save that for the next podcast to like dive into what my experience was, and then I'll see what your experience was. I think I have it saved in my phone. So I'll have to go
definitely
back through and send it to you.
I'm down.
We can't time travel with it, but maybe we can help our anxiety.
Oh man.
I don't know if you have anxiety, Teddy. But
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just not overwhelming.
Yeah, mine neither. No, we're good.
It doesn't like impede my like everyday like decision making.
When I was going to Arby's today for the kids, like I had a coupon, and the whole time I was driving there, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to tell them I have a coupon. I was like, so I was like, do I go through the drive-thru and say, hey, I got a coupon? I'm like, oh God, I'm so broke. I have to use a coupon.
Don't you just order all the food and then give them the coupon?
Well, I don't know, because some places are like, tell us you have a coupon before you place your order. They don't have a sign on the drive-thru to tell you which one you're supposed to do. And I overthink a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go inside. So I did. I went inside and I gave her the coupon. I'm like, this is what I want.
This is how you know Arby's is shit. It's a shit restaurant. They don't have an app.
Actually, they do.
So why do you have paper coupons like a fucking...
Well, I get the paper coupons from my mailbox.
Oh, that's true.
I don't use apps. Teddy. That's weird.
Not weird.
I don't own a single food app. I don't have DoorDash. I don't have Uber.
Why are you acting like...
I don't have McDonald's. Like, I have no apps on my phone for foods. Nothing. I have Instacart, but I haven't used it since COVID, like 2020. I haven't touched it since. So
You have the same phone since 2020?
No, I upgraded in 2022. But it's a Samsung 8. I think they're on 23. So,
Yeah, we're on 23.
but I like this one. And it's going to stay with me till it dies. Unless someone wants to buy it. No, I'm not even going to say that because someone's going to buy me like an iPhone or something. I don't want that shit. But
and that's why we're friends.
But no, so I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, so anyway, I was telling my daughter when I like parked in the parking lot, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go in. Like, I just didn't want to. It's like, I don't want to go through the drive-through. I don't want to go in and talk to people. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do this at all. But I did it.
No.
I did it. And my kids got their food and I didn't pass out. So I don't have anxiety.
Yeah.
Totally normal.
No,
Totally normal.
I've had panic attacks. You know what really
those are
gets
fun.
my anxiety going? It's like thinking about like dying. Not dying, but being dead.
See, I don't have
fucks
panic
me up.
attacks about myself dying. I like get worked up thinking about other people in my life dying.
It's not the dying
And
part.
I get
It's being dead.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I made peace with myself
Like
dying.
not existing scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. I feel like I would be worried if I had some like if I knew it was coming, that would be worse.
It'd be worse than not knowing, huh? Cause
Worse than not. I'd rather not know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's late. My brain ain't working.
Because not knowing still sucks, right? Because you're thinking about it every once in a while. But knowing, you think about it all the time. Like,
that's true.
Nonstop.
That's true. Nah, I'm good. But anyway, my point being, time travel and the brain would be cool. But since we can't do that, we are going to hypnotize Teddy.
Yes.
And I'll probably do a couple more too, just to see, because it was weird. It's funny. Yeah, I'll save it for that podcast. I got a funny story to go with it.
Now I'm scared.
I don't know which episode that'll be, but it'll be one of these next ones coming up soon.
For sure.
He uses coupons, but no apps and a lot of apps. I know the apps have rewards. I don't like change. I'm an old person. If I could, I would still take my check to the bank to deposit it. It took me so long to like do mobile deposits using your like taking a picture of the check.
Why? That's so convenient. You don't even have to leave your house.
Because I'm old, Teddy. I'm old.
I know, but you don't like leaving your house.
Okay, I know, but back when I was younger and I didn't have anxiety about leaving my house, I went to the bank.
Back in my day.
And even then, direct deposit was the thing, but I didn't understand it, and so I just felt more comfortable taking my check to the bank.
My mom used to make me.
About that.
My mom used to make me take checks to the bank. I fucking hate that shit so much.
I think I liked it because it made me feel like an adult. Like, yeah, look at me taking my paycheck to the bank. I'm grown.
Bitch, I'm grown.
I've been grown.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here, you guys.
So.
I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. Consistency.
Yes, we are consistent as hell.
What's I gonna say?
Probably the outro would be my guess.
Oh yeah, the outro. Yes, indeed. The throwing of the outs. Yes. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We record these episodes live over at Twitch at twitch.tv/The Rolling Thick. You guys come hang out in the chat. We like talking to you guys, hearing your thoughts, comments, concerns, and stories. So come join us. If you guys are listening to the audios, we're on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart. We're on Audible. We're on Audible. We're on, what's the other one?
I wasn't paying attention. Not gonna lie.
We're on Audible, okay?
Just Google us.
Yeah,
Just show
Google
up.
us. Follow us on TikTok at The Rolling Thick. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, concerns, and stories, you want to email us, find us at The Rolling Thick Podcast at Gmail. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Remember, no one loves you. We love you.
We
Bye.
love you. Bye.